Hi everyone, how you doing? Today is Wednesday, and of course, as usual, we're just going to jump right in. You all, if you hear any background chitter chatters, today we're being joined by Raja Jade. He is about 13 weeks old. He's a kitten, and he is one of two kittens that I have. His sister's name is Abigail Lily. And so he's over here playing and we can hear him. So you're probably going to hear some brush strokes as well, because today you all get to join me while I do some painting as well. So yeah, as usual, there's a lot going on. Which brings me to my Wednesday vibe for you all, or rather with you all. And today, as I was meditating, I kept having thoughts about, was I doing my podcast correctly? As I would get into the breath, it would just come across my mind. Like every time I got to that nice, cool, centered place, I would just think about it. Like, am I doing this right? And maybe I should have introduced myself. Do they even know who they're listening to? Is it clearly defined in the bio? I just started overthinking identity. And naturally, I'm a very communicative person. So I thought, you know what? That's what we'll talk about today. We'll talk about who I am, who you're listening to. Let's do a formal introduction. Let's really get to know one another. And let's just, say hello, salutations. So, hi, my name is Gold Stacy, and I'm a creative project manager. I help industries of entertainment turn their chaos into order. That is what I do by day. I have an arrangement of hobbies, you all. As you can probably hear, I'm engaged in one right now. I've been thinking about this painting all day long, and I really wanted to get it out. So I figured I love to talk while I paint. And I noticed that today. I was thinking about how I am when I'm alone, and I don't do much. I talk to myself, yes, and I engage in communication with myself via journaling, or sometimes I will doodle, that type of thing. But today I was very chatty with myself. I mean, I had the affirmations going. I had a lot of conversation happening, just literally out loud conversation with myself, especially as I was, again, obsessing over, do the people know who they're listening to on the podcast? And you're listening to Gold Stacy. I'm going to make sure that in the info section of this particular podcast, I'll leave all my social media handles so that way you can follow me. Since I have so many hobbies, I have so many different pages. I'm also an entrepreneur. So there's also opportunity for me to be able to, share with you all some of my latest business endeavors and things that I'm passionate about. And as you can tell, I get a little bit in my feelings just to talk about what I'm passionate about. It's a very vulnerable space for me. And I'm so glad to be able to share that with my listeners and my new listeners and anyone who this broadcast and podcast is being shared with. So, yeah, today was just full of a lot of inner dialogue and a lot of inner conversation, dialogue, rants. I just was there with it. And that's how I also knew that I would be doing some painting, because usually when I feel that way, I want to get it out. I love abstract art. So yes, I do paint. And if you're already following any of my pages, you probably already know that. I share my artwork, what I'm doing, sometimes right when I'm doing it. And I'm also a burlesque performer. That's another hobby of mine. I love burlesque performance. I love performance art. You could call me a performance artist. Yes. I also act. I do that professionally. I'm an actress as well as a writer. I've had some training as a director, stage director, and not technical film direction, but I can get what needs to be pulled out of the scene, so to speak. I can get the actors to get on the same page. You know, I have some formal training in these areas, and they're wonderful hobbies of mine. I just love to perform, and I love to tell a story. That's more accurate to who I actually am. I'm a storyteller, and I use various mediums to do that, you know. And I love sharing art with others. I'm just moved by art. I'm moved by things that are created by hand or mechanics or the mind even. So right now I'm painting this canvas black. I've been having this image in my mind all day, and then I found some shells. So I think that I'm going to put the shells onto the piece if that's at all possible. It's time for me to get some more black paint. You can never have enough black paint or white paint. So in getting to know me, I'm a mother. I have 2 wonderful daughters, and again, very vulnerable subjects for me, as I am a private woman, even though I live my life out loud. I am all about freedom of expression. I really am. I think that people should be able to say what they need to say and just let it ride, you know, and people not take it so personal. And if they do, there's a space where we can have the dialogue and everyone can grow. That's my ideal world. Let's just communicate. You know, the more we communicate, the less, you know, we have to wonder. You know, even with the miscommunication. Miscommunication for me is just an opportunity to get it right the second time around. So again, if you're listening, I want you to know that I'm Gold Stacy. That's my name. And I'm a creative project manager. And I help turn chaos into order for entertainment industries. I have many hobbies. One which I'm doing right now is painting. And I also burlesque dance. I'm an actor. I do a lot of volunteer work in my community. I love to volunteer. I love to help out. I'm extremely spiritual, which brings me to the actual podcast, Daily Meditations and Other Mumbo Jumbo. These meditations that I share we're not meditating together. This is not a traditional format. I am a natural medium channeler. I channel information. I've been doing it my whole life. And as I treat it more with the respect and the honor that it is to be given, I'm doing more meditations. And I'm getting more, as I call them, downloads. And more information is being made very clear to me. I've always been a natural symbologist, and I love symbols. I love history. I love spiritual teachings. I listen to a lot of lectures on various subjects. I just enjoy learning and teaching and expansion in so many areas. And I'm just grateful and thankful that I get to share with you all what I'm getting in real time. So there's an energy that I call blue. And this energy, it's almost like it's multifaceted, it's many, and I hate to say it because it sounds so non-personal. It's a flow that comes through me. And when this flow comes through me, there are things that must be expressed or done or said. And if anyone has been following me for a while, especially once you are on my social media platforms, you may be on one platform but not on another with me. And you might realize, oh, Gold has been doing these readings and things of that nature for a while now. You may already know that about me. And, you know, like Stacy's been doing a lot of this spiritual things. She's been doing this for a minute. And if you know that, then, and if you've had the pleasure to get a reading from me, you know that when someone from the other side, a departed loved one, has a message for you, I'm able to deliver that message accurately and clearly. So in not doing that line of work anymore, I still have this flow coming through me, and I want to share the information with others. I want to share the wisdom that is imparting with me. And this energy, blue, desires, desires is not even the correct word. I want to be accurate in how to express this. It's almost as if you hear people say, I have a message for the world. The information I'm getting is not personal all times. When it's personal, I know how to keep that for myself. But sometimes if you've been around me, I can come up with ideas and solutions just out of thin air. And I want to do that work more. I really love to be able to be a vessel for healing, a conduit, if you will, for a message from someone's higher self, or, as I call the blue energy, coming right from source energy itself. So daily meditations and mumbo jumbo is just that. It's me sharing my daily inspiration that I'm receiving directly from source energy, from blue. And it's an honor to be able to share it. I've been wanting to do a podcast for a while, but I just really wasn't sure how I had some ideas, but I wanted to do something authentic to who I actually am. I didn't want to perform. I have some performance podcasts that's in the making, but I wanted my first one to be impersonally personal, meaning this is information that I can share with others, and this is information others can benefit from. And I'm happy and overjoyed to just be able to get it to you. So yeah, it's always pretty much raw and uncut and inspired. It's 100% inspired. You can guarantee by midnight of every day it will be up. But when that inspiration comes, I have no idea. If you know me, you know I love to schedule. And I have not been able to schedule this or pinpoint an exact time, or, I just know the day. And I just know within the 24 hours, it's going to get out. It's going to hit me. And usually it comes in a few hours after I meditate, after I do a breathing meditation, where it's just breath in, breath out, breath in, and breath out. So I want to thank you all today for joining me. I am Gold Stacy. I'm a project manager, and I'm a creative project manager, and I love to assist others. I love to burlesque dance. I'm a mother. I'm a friend. I'm a lover. I'm a multifaceted woman, and it's great to share daily meditations and other mumbo jumbo with you all. Thank you so much for listening. Later.